Hello all, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please like, subscribe and share this video. Don't forget, please. So today we'll be learning short and booty cut and sew class stuff. It's gonna be a fun class. Don't forget to subscribe, please. I beg you all. And this class is going to be easy. This is the outcome of our shorts, and now we're going to go into it. So this is a measurement we work with waist, hip, lap and our clutch. So this is our pattern paper we'll be drafting on, because we do drafting first. So our clutch measurement is the first measurement we'll be taking. So after marking our clutch measurement, this is us marking our clutch measurement. Our clutch measurement is 5. We add 2 to it for our folding. So let's connect our lines. Connected our lines. The next thing we are going to do now is to mark our flap. Remember, we first mark our clutch. Now we're going to mark our flap. The combination of our clutch and our flap is our full length. So our flap is meant to be 10, but we'll be minusing 1 inch. That 1 inch will be affected by the band, because there's a band on the waist of this shirt. That is why. So that's it. Connect our lines. So the next thing we are going to do now is to get our calculated lap measurement, because that's our highest width measurement, and that's 13. So we'll mark our 13 on our clutch line. So let's mark our 13. Remember, I didn't add any allowance. We don't add allowance to the front part of our short or trouser. So take our hip line. Our hip line is meant to be 8, but we're marking 7 also. Remember, it's affected by our band. So that's it. Then after marking our hip line, we'll connect our line together for it to be a straight line. Okay, so now hip line measurement. Now we'll take our hip measurement. On our hip line. Now hip measurement is meant to be 8, but we'll add a half inch. That's 8.5. This 8.5 will also be taken on our flap line. Our flap line is also known as our waistline. So we'll connect the line together. Connect it together. Then we'll use our curve to curve from the lap to the hip to get our flap curve. So after doing that, the next thing we want to do, from that place we marked our hip, will go in. That we'll use our number 1 tape, place there, then mark our waistline. Now we're not marking it from inside to outside, I'm marking it from outside to inside, as you saw. So let's do our hip curve now, and we've gotten our hip curve. So the next thing we are going to do now, the lap measurements we took, we are going to also take it then, because this is a booty cut, so it's very short. Just take our lap measurement down also, then we'll connect our line together. So after doing that, we'll come to the back part. That side, pointing out. Then we're going to go up by 1.5 inch. Booty cut is always having this slanted look, so we're going to go up by 1.5 inch on that side. So mark it. So from there, now we'll slant it down to the other part like so, as you can see, and then we'll draft our lines there. So done that, and the next one we'll do is to cut. Done drafting, we also have to cut now. see the way I'm cutting. Follow it step by step. If you follow this step by step, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't get it. So follow it step by step. So that's it. After cutting that, we'll take the front and place for our back pattern. I want to get our back pattern now. The difference between the front and the back is that the front we don't add any other ones at all. Then all those other ones we needed will now be added at the back. On this part here, we'll mark 2.5 inch. Then on directly on the lap, we'll mark 3 inch, and then connect that line. That's our clutch line. We mark 3 inch. On our hip line, we mark 2.5. On our waistline, we also mark 2.5 up. It's going to go up directly on our waistline. Okay, so we'll connect our lines on our curve. Sorry, I'm not using my curve ruler here. As you can see, that up is equal to our waistline, so it's our waistline. Then from our waistline there, we'll mark 1.5 inch upper, then connect it. So the next one we're going to do is slanting it. So this is it. We'll slant it. As you can see, the purpose of that is for coverage of your butt, so that when you sit, your butt will not be exposed. So that's it, and we are done with the back. Just the same way we cut the front. Remember that place we took up our 1.5. We're going to cut it off also. So let's cut. Just see what I'm doing. Follow it step by step. So that's it. As you can see, we are done cutting it. All our allowance goes to the back. So next thing we do now is to take it over to our fabric, our front and our back pattern. Take it over to our fabric. So this is the fabric we'll be working with. It's a thick lycra fabric. So we just cut our front pattern on it. Likewise, our back pattern. We're done cutting the front pattern. So do the same thing to the back also. And this is it. This is it. So we are done with that. Next thing we want to do now is to cut our band. Our band is going to be 3 inch width. The length is going to be our waist length. The reason why we're using 3 inch width, when we fold it is going to be 1.5. Then we'll be sewing with 1/2 inch. So at the end of the day, it will become that 1 inch we've been reducing. If you remember, you reduce 1 inch from your hip line and 1 inch from your flap line. So that's it. So now we are going to sew. Now we are going to sew. This is our short, our front and our back. Okay, this is our front pattern. So these are shorts. As you can see, this is our back pattern first. Okay, this is our back pattern first. So work with our back pattern. So our clutch our flap line, sorry, also our flap line first, our flap curve first. I'm going to sew our flap curve first. So after sewing that, we'll do the same thing to the front. So our flap curve first. Now this is it. I'm opening the fabric. So after doing that, we're going to hold. After doing that, we're going to hold the back dart. Going to hold the back dart. This is how we hold the back dart. Close the edges. From our flap, we'll mark in our hip, our dart line. Sorry, we'll mark in our dart line. So this it will notch it. So after notching it, we can now sew. Our darts. Okay, we are done sewing our darts very neat, as you can see. So next thing we are going to do now is to bring our front and our back. If you notice, our front has a pocket. In my next video, you'll be seeing how that pocket was made. How our pocket was made. What we want to do now is to shape. Now, in shaping your trouser or shorts, because the back waist is usually more than the front, what you just have to do is to measure what the front is, measure what the back is, get the total of your round waist, then you can now subtract. Then after subtracting, the remainder will be divided equally, and that will be your shipping allowance. That will be your shipping allowance from the beginning to the end. Remember, when shipping, you take in your pocket parts inside. Don't sew on it. Don't sew on it. So here we're going to mark our zip line, where our zip is going to be. We'll mark it. Then from there we can now sew. I'm still considering between putting zip and not putting zip, but for now let's leave our zip allowance there first. So keep sewing. See what I did? This is a clearer view of us shifting our pocket in. Don't sew on it. It will reduce the size of your pocket. Your hand will enter inside again. So adjust it before continuing sewing. So this is it. Okay. So the next one I want to do now is to sew our clutch part. This is what I'll do when I come that side, which is our lap part. We'll place our tape, arrange it properly first. The back is usually longer than the front. It's not a problem. I said it before. We'll place our tape on the other edge. Make sure it's equal. Make sure it's equal. That edge is equal, both the front and the back. It doesn't mean. Then from there now, we'll place our tape and get what our lap is supposed to be. Our lap is supposed to be 13, and this is 13 and a half. This is 13 and a half. So we are shaping with half inch. We're going to be shaping our lap. It's half inch. So let's just shape. So turn that on the other side. All we'll do now is to do it on both sides and we are done. Then now we want to fold the down of our clothes. We are doing double folding and then we'll sew, double folding and sew. So we're sewing that now. Okay, so the next one I want to do is to sew our band together, like sew together for it to be round. I see it. Sew the two edge together to become round. Then you can now like this put it on the round waist of your shorts. We're going to close that part we left for zipper allowance. We're not going to be putting zip. This fabric is stretchy enough, so just so it's closed, then put our band round like that. And after doing that, we'll be done sewing. After doing that, we'll be done sewing. Just make sure your waist and your band is sewn with half-inch equally, placed equally. So that's it. Thank you all for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. This is the end result of our shot. Thank you very much.